Hello, this is Aussie Steve, living in Thailand with my wife Noi. Today I'm turning my swimming pool, which cost me 1,500 Australian dollars to build, into a talapia pool. The water's gone a bit green in it because it had a bit of a leak. I had to take this section here where the stones are and fix the leak. So I was off to pump for 3 weeks. I got too much algae in the pool. One day I'll drain it after the tilapia grow up, turn it back into a pool. It's got 2 jets down that end that push all the water down to this end, and it overflows into this first stone pool. All the water goes down to the bottom. There's 2 holes in that wall just there, and then comes up into the other, comes up through this here, and then overflows to where the pump is. I've got the pump down here. Sucks the water out of that pond box there, and then it goes up here, it goes into the wall there and goes along into the jets, but there was too much water coming out, so I diverted most of it back into the pond pump box. Works pretty efficient. It was just because I had a bit of a leak on this end here, and I had to drain all the water out and then try and fix it, and it was very difficult to fix. Tried all sorts of things. When I took all the stones out, inside looked really good. I don't know how it was leaking, but it was leaking a great deal of water. So today I'm gonna release 500 talapia in there. I only swam in it yesterday. There's no chlorine or anything like that. It was going to be a natural pool. Even though the water is a bit green looking, it was so nice to swim in. My son did all the block work for me. It's all built out of 190 block around the outside, all core filled with concrete. And that wall there is a 140 wall where it overflows, and these walls sorry, these walls here are 70mm walls. There's over 3 ton of gravel in this box. I figured all the water has to go through this, filter down, has to all flow through this right down to the bottom and then come up the other side. Don't know why the water is a bit murky on the other side. Like when you look at the water itself, it's clear enough. The water itself is about 1100mm deep. And before you could see the bottom, had a bit of algae on the bottom after 3 weeks with no circulation. But when I scrubbed it with a scrubbing brush, the algae just went everywhere, and it's just sort of in the whole water now. You should have left it. It was good before. It was just on the bottom of the pool. But like I said, I've been swimming in it every day. Because it's a mid-30s here every day. I just have to sort out which is which now. There's 5 bags of tilapia, which is 100 in each bag, and then I've got 500 climbing perch, which is for the other ponds. So I'm just gonna sort out which is which and put them in top of the water and float them in there for 5 minutes. What I had to do is buy an air pump. The lady said get a air pump because tilapia need an air pump. The common perch don't need extra air. Really hard to see them in there. That's basically what it looks like. They're actual fair size for $3 each. Well, gonna release them in there. The lady said not to feed them today too, from the farm. Bags are quite a challenge to undo usually, but when I built this pool 3 months back, and it had developed a leak, I had to drain it all and then fill it up, and then it didn't fix it, so I had to drain it again. So I've drained this pool twice. My water bill was 300 baht, which is like $15. I was expecting like a lot of be really expensive, but electricity over here is really expensive, but some snails in there too, big snails. Some of these fish are quite big for 3 baht. Which isn't a great deal of money.
Oh, có alloy. Nó thả chứ. Oh. Oh. No. Nói mà ปล่อยปลา
There's 400 now. I just got one more bag to get from over there somehow. Just one more bag and then I got 500 in here.
เฮ้ยอันน้อยพออีกนี่มันตอนนี้นี่ก็ปล่อยความเอาได้ที่ปล่อยแล้วมันว่ายไปมันก็ว่ายอยู่ในเนี่ยมันจะเอียงถุงจับจับแบบนั้นก็ปวดเอียงถุงจับแบบนั้นจับตูดด้วยจับปากด้วย
You can release them for me.
จับหันหน้าไปนู้นดิ
My wife Noi.
นั่นสระว่ายน้ำมันมีไอ้โอ้มันมีไอ้นี่เด็กตะปูโอ้ก็ใส่มาตั้ง3 ถุงปล่อยวาง
One in there, baby. Quick, left one in there.
โอ้ยถุงยังอยู่เลยแล้วแต่ไม่หมดนาฬิกายังบอกว่ามันอยู่ในนี้โอ้ดูดินี่ได้น้ำใหม่เนี่ยเห็นไหมล่ะมันจะอยู่ใต้น้ำใหม่นั่นมันโกอ่ะแล้วมันจะคัมแบ็กยังไงอ่ะ
Well, I'll have to put a little bit of shade cloth over there.
นะต้องทำตะแกรง
โอ้ได้ไวกันใหญ่อีนับเป็น
Well, unfortunately, 2 swam down over there. Just over there at the moment. I'll put a bit of shade cloth across there. I don't want like 500 of them swimming down here. They can't get anywhere else, so it doesn't really matter, but I'd rather keep them in the big pool, obviously. Well, I'll see how they go in here. The lady where I bought them from, I told her how big this was, and she said, oh, you could fit a couple thousand in here, no worries at all. It's big enough, steep enough for them, 1100 mil deep, 7 meters long, 3 meters wide. I'll have to go quickly get some netting to go across here. They seem to enjoy the running water. I'm going to have a lot to scoop out later on. Well, thank you for watching. This is Steve, living in Thailand with my wife Noi. I'll give you an update on the fish progress over the coming weeks. Thank you.